Hi, everyone. Welcome. What a beautiful day. And thank you for joining us for the Mother Earth Delegation public call. Before we begin, I wanted to say a couple things. First, we've really missed you guys last month, but during that time for our Mother Earth Delegation, we had experienced a very profound loss. Our dear friend and sister Margine passed from this physical life. For more than 30 years, I know she was friends with Joe T, my mom, grandmother Flordemayo. She walked beside many of us as a beloved friend, sister, helper, and devoted assistant to the Mother Earth Delegation, the Center for Sacred Studies, and the Fountain and the grandmothers. She held so much with quiet dedication, relationships, details, gatherings, prayers, memories, and the countless unseen things that allowed us to continue our sacred work, to continue. So just for a moment, just giving gratitude to Margine and all that she did. So we give thanks to her and just a quick moment of silence. Thank you. If you want to put in the chat where you're joining us from, that would be wonderful. And as we begin, I just want to open up with a prayer. So if you get yourself comfortable, enjoy this beautiful Saturday after Lionsgate and this eclipse and this incredibly powerful energy. Beloved Creator, heart of heaven, heart of earth, heart of water, heart of fire, heart of air, and the sacred breath that moves through all life. We give thanks for this day. We give thanks for the Mother Earth beneath our feet, for the ancestors behind us, for the generations walking beside us, and those who have not yet arrived. Today, we gather under the sacred energy of Ten Khan, the great movement of life, the feathered serpent, the force of evolution that reminds us that all creation is alive, moving, shedding, becoming, and remembering. We've passed through some powerful days. We've walked through the fire and the illumination of the Lion's Gate. We've stood beneath the shadow and revelation of the eclipse. And now, Creator, help us to listen, not only for what is coming, but for what has already been revealed. We are being asked to release, but we must also remember. What are the instructions that Mother Earth is giving us now? May we not rush ahead of the teaching. May we have the wisdom to recognize that transformation is not always found in doing more. Sometimes it's found in being quiet, enough to hear what is changed within us. Grandmothers and grandfathers, ancestors and holy ones, stand with us. Help us use our life force wisely. Help us recognize where energy has been scattered and call it home. Help us shed what we have outgrown without abandoning the roots that nourish us. Teach us to evolve without losing our relationship to earth, to spirit, to one another, and to the sacred responsibilities entrusted to us. We pray for all those experiencing upheaval in their lives and upon the earth, for the waters, for the fires, for the winds, for the mountains, for the animals, for the children, for those grieving, for those searching, for those awakening, and for those who have forgotten that they belong. May this circle become a place of remembering. May every word spoken today be medicine, and may every silence carry a prayer. May we listen without judgment, speak without ego, and leave this gathering more connected to one another and to the living in harmony with earth. May we walk these times not in fear, but in relationship, not divided, but remembering that we belong to one another. May our prayers become our actions. May our actions become our seeds. And may those seeds become peace for generations yet to come. With gratitude, we open this sacred circle. May it be so. And when we were talking about what we wanted to reflect on today, as many people know, across the earth, We're witnessing right now the movements of fire, water, earth, wind, and the forces of creation and transformation. Volcanoes, hurricanes, and other movements of Mother Earth remind us that our planet is alive. So this is something, as we talk and go into the prayers today, just hold that close to your heart. One of the things I wanted to share is what the day is on the Mayan calendar. Myself and my mom really live and breathe by the Mayan calendar. So today, as I mentioned just a moment ago, it's 10 Khan on the Mayan calendar. Our grandfathers and grandfathers teach us that Khan carries the great movement of creation itself. It's this beautiful symbol. You'll see it physically carved in a lot of those pyramids, across the Maya region. It is called Khan. It's a feathered serpent. We can see its presence through the natural world. Watch how a river curves and winds across the earth like a serpent. Notice the movement of the wind as it spirals and turns. Look into the great clouds gathering before the rains, carrying water between heaven and earth. With these movements, this is the ancient teaching of Khan, the living current that moves through the heart of the heaven, the heart of the earth, the heart of the water, the heart of the air, and the heart of the fire. Khan reminds us that creation is never truly still. Life is continuously becoming. The seed pushes through the soil, the river searches for its path, the serpent sheds its skin, and human beings are invited to grow, learn, transform, and remember. The feathered serpent represents this sacred evolution, the joining of the earth and the sky, the material and the spiritual, our roots and our becoming. Khan carries this creative energy. It's also intelligence, beauty, truth, vitality, and the powerful life force that moves through all creation. Within the human body, its energy is traditionally associated with the spinal column, reminding us that the current of life is really rising through us. It's within that spinal column. And the strength of 10 Khan reminds us that the evolution cannot be forced. Each person, family, community, and even humanity itself moves through transformation in its own way, in its own time. Respecting another person's process is part of justice and balance. Today, we are asked with the energy of 10 Khan to become conscious of where we place our energy. Do not scatter what is sacred. Do not feed jealousy. Do not feed resentment. Do not feed poisonous thoughts or unnecessary conflict. Instead, gather that life force within you. Use it to create. Use it to heal. Use it to strengthen your spirit, and use it to become more fully who you were born to be. And perhaps the deepest teaching for today is this: evolve without leaving your roots. Transformation does not require us to abandon where we came from. Like a great tree reaching towards the heaven, we can grow higher because our roots reach deeply into the earth. Today on 10 Khan, it's a beautiful day to pray for mental clarity and agility, physical and spiritual strength, movement within personal and community processes, evolution and growth in our lives, healing and reconciliation with loved ones, and release from envy, resentment, and harmful thoughts. It's also a beautiful sacred day for conscious relationship. It is also a beautiful day for the wisdom to use our energy with purpose and integrity. A few items you can reflect on or just go a little bit deeper throughout the day is perhaps to think about, what am I ready to shed? What within me is asking to evolve? Where is my sacred energy being spent? And where do I want to place it now? May we move like the river without forgetting our source, and may we shed what no longer belongs to us. May we remain rooted while continuing to become. So happy TenCon. Welcome to the public call with the beautiful grandmothers and the Mother Earth delegation. May your thoughts today to be clear, your life force strong, your actions impeccable, and your evolution guided by the wisdom of the heart of the heaven and the heart of the earth. And one of the things that I kind of like to look at each day, besides the energy, is kind of thinking about what's going on in the world. In our first music offering, I really had to do some reflecting on this because I was thinking about our family. Many of you who have traveled or love going to Hawaii. For myself, my son-in-law, my grandkids, the father of my children, and many relatives live over there on the Hawaiian Islands. So before we get to the first musical offering inspired by the Hawaii and that beautiful islands that they hold, we pray for the people of the Hawaiian Islands, from the mountains to the sea, from Hilo to Kau, Kona, Kahala, Puna, and every community between. We pray especially for the children, the families living remotely and off-grid, those without strong shelter, and all who may be frightened or uncertain today. We pray for the Native Hawaiian families and all the people visiting and all the people that call the Hawaiian Islands home. We pray for the sacred mountains, the forests, the animals, the farms, the homes, and all the places of ceremony. May the winds soften, may the waters move with mercy, may the mountains remain strong, and may the people be protected. We honor beautiful Pele, who, if you ever have the opportunity to be on the Big Island and go to visit Pele at the Volcanic National Park, it's amazing. So with Pele, those elemental forces of the islands, the waters that surround them, the winds that move across them, and the profound living relationship between the Hawaiian people and the natural world. May wisdom guide every decision, may neighbors care for neighbors, and may those who need shelter find shelter. May those who are isolated be reached, and may for the first responders, emergency workers, community leaders, and all those helping others be protected as they serve. And may we remember that when one part of Mother Earth is experiencing upheaval, we are all called into relationship with her. To our relatives in Hawaii, we see you, we hold you in prayer, we stand with you, and may the Hawaiian Islands be surrounded by protection, love, strength, and aloha. May we care for the land, may we care for one another. May it be so. We will be sharing with the community some nonprofits where if you want to support the people in Hawaii, we're going to make sure to share that with you guys in an email and on social media. And I want to take a moment to invite Emily to share the beautiful video that we have, Earth. So thank you so much, Emily.
won't you listen? Come on and listen. Loping waves, sun rays. She is here, a lullaby of rain, 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 with her smile to the moon unto her children. Learn how to listen. Come on and listen. Where are you, mother? Read your emails, clean the tables. What's your label? Are you stable? Where are you, mother? She wore what? Google, look it up and look outside 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 and awaken inside. Awaken Protect clean water. Farm raised, not caged. Not GMO. Money isn't edible. Ditch plastic. It's fantastic.
Mm, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go to some time for question and answers. So there's a few different ways that you guys can send in your questions or sharings. You could obviously put them in the chat, and you'll find that feature at the bottom of your screen. If you want to as well, if you happen to be on a computer, you can press the More button and you'll see three little dots. And right over there, when you press those three dots, there's going to be a little pop-up window and you'll get an option for Q&A. And you can type in that question there as well. So thank you so much. And we've got, I'm going to take a look to see if we have any questions from anyone. If not, I'm going to give a couple and call upon my grandmother sisters. So I'm not seeing any questions yet, but one of the things I'm going to ask Grandmother Yeye is when you're thinking about the energy of what's going on in the world, I know that a lot of people are really having a hard time between the fires, flooding, now the hurricanes and everything like that. Is there anything that you share with your community or that people can practice to just kind of ground themselves and center and not let that energy in, but to focus on those prayers toward healing?
Thank you for the question, Heather. In the Yoruba diaspora, we have an elaborate oracle system called Ifa. And every year, the priests gather from 16 different countries to perform divination for the world. When the divination was done, the letter that arrived is Osa Meji, which is a very, very important Odu, wherein the goddess of the winds of change, the boss lady of the cemetery, the mother of transformation, and she who controls the weather speaks. Okay, her name is Oya, and the word Oya means to rip and to tear. And so when this goddess is displeased, that's when we see earthquakes and hurricanes and tornadoes and eruptions like this. Her mandate is number one, to let us know that the welfare of the world at this time is in the hands of the women. The energy of the divine feminine must be respected, and the mother sense way of doing things must be employed, because this is what will quell her anger. We have to be ready to be transformed. Okay, when we see Oya, we require courage. We must be courageous, you know, we must be humble, we must pay attention to what Mother Earth is saying to us. And so, my answer would be the way that we withstand, not only withstand all of the earth changes that are going on, but we must direct our intelligence and our energy into being willing to be transformed. We have to stop treating the earth the way we do. We have to stop treating women the way we do. We have to stop being afraid to be different.
Thank you so much. I love that. And I'm going to ask Jyoti for a quick question too, because we haven't had any come in. But I know that you're heading into Colombia, where they just experienced a big earthquake. And just wanting to know, as you travel into lands, you know, for myself, I'm living here in the Pacific Northwest, which all around me is on fire. How do you go about grounding yourself, knowing you're going into a region that just has experienced so much disharmony in what Mother Earth is doing?
Oh, what a good question. I'm in it right now. It's already I've been going into Colombia, for those that don't know, for over 14 years now, and working very close with the four original people there. And at this point have worked with the Wiwa, the Arawaka, and the you might know by Kogi. They prefer now to be called the Kagaba Nation. Um, and in the last 5 or so years, it's been a very close relationship that they brought us into service, following instruction the Mother Earth is giving them with the Kogi people. And so I can feel them. I can feel they know I'm on my way. They know I'm bringing my team there, and we're all relatives at this point. And I'm so honored and humbled to watch how they work and are helping our entire planet. That's why they're called the Elder Brother. And so right now I feel them preparing me and those that are traveling to come to them. This volcano is one of the big movements, the hurricane there in Hawaii that you've been talking about, Heather. We've got earthquakes that have been going off, and storms that are hitting, and waters across this United States, and fire like you're talking about. So all the mother elements are in great movement right now, as Mother Earth has told us she must start her movement for ascension. And so it's important to stay mindful and listen deeply. So I've been speaking to my team this morning, being mindful about how to arrive in a safe way, are our airports open, things like that that are very practical that you must keep in mind. And then I just really start all day centering meditation practice, so I can really ground the energy, take time when I need to step outside and lay down a prayer to tune in to that centered, grounded space and energy and hold it, and stay mindful so that I pay attention, like Luisah was speaking about, and listening to when the mother and her energies may throw a change at my travel that I hadn't anticipated coming, so I can be aware in that kind of moment. So Her instruction right now, stay in the present moment. And so for me, that is our practice. Staying in the present moment helps us make these kind of movements and continue the work Mother Earth needs and is calling us to do, and space, be safe. Thank you for the question.
Thank you so, so much. And I'm going to see, we did just get a sharing from, and I don't know the name on here. So one thing, if you are typing in a question, oh, Kalar, thank you, reading my mind. After 45 years as a celestial channel, I found I was being asked to transform from a receiver and transmitter to move to being a grounding rod and transducer. So to help me transform, I moved into a huge cleanse of the physical body and released a lot of things I had from my travels, knowing the future is where my focus has to be now. I've entered a fasting and retreat for many weeks to realign, knowing we are moving into a great time of radical earth movement. So thank you for sharing. And she's joining us from, they're joining us from New Zealand. So thank you so much. And I'm going to ask Yay, Grandmother Luisah Teish to share her wisdom and prayers. Thank you so much. So I welcome you onto the screen.
I always begin by saying Alafia. When I say Alafia, I am asking that you have good health and be at peace with your neighbor. That's an important greeting almost any time, but it is of the utmost importance right now at a time when warfare has the upper hand. Every day we are negatively impacted by our abilities or inability to exist with each other respectfully in peace. So, my first offering here is that loving mother energy be redirected from our immediate environment and reach out to the places in the world where the children are suffering. I am asking us to reach out to the Gaza Strip. I'm asking us to reach out to the children in the Congo. I am asking us to send our energy to those whose sacred territories are being destroyed for oil and cobalt and copper. I am asking us to wrap our arms around the babies who are being born in the rubble. Let them know that there's mother energy coming their way from us. Take a deep breath and contact the Father energy around you. Ask the Father energy to stand in defense of those who are innocent. Ask the Father energy to protect those who are under attack. Ask the Father energy to put forth the fire and the muscle that it takes to rebuild after catastrophe. See those who are homeless and with your energy put a shelter around them. See those who are hungry and with your energy plant a seed and fulfill a harvest on their behalf. See those who are sick and infirmed and send them some of your strength so that they may walk the earth freely. Take a deep breath and contact the balance within yourself. Ask for your own good health. Ask for your own protection. Ask for your own prosperity. Ask for your own power. And most of all, ask for your own creativity. We are living in a time now where we know that that which we concentrate on the inside manifests on the outside. We have example upon example upon example of what not to be. Now we must engage our imagination to wonder, speculate on what life would be like if we really, really had good health and were at peace with our neighbor. And the ironic thing about manifestation is you can think it, you can write about it, you can outline it, but it is not until you feel as if you already have it that it manifests. I'm going to ask every person here to get in touch with the cells of your body and imagine for a minute what your life would be like without any of the ism brothers. What if there was no racism? What if there was no sexism? What if there was no elitism? What if there was no ageism? How would your life be different? Allow yourself to imagine that. Imagine that. And the neuroscientists say if you can hold that picture for 17 seconds, it sends a message in your consciousness to begin manifestation. 17 seconds is all you need to set it in motion. The next thing is, once you can feel it, hold that, breathe that in, put your hand on your heart and let yourself feel that, imagine it, and then strategically give what we call preemptive gratitude. Give thanks for it as if it is already here, because it is. You're just shifting to a different timeline. Be grateful for the possibility of manifesting the dream that you have just conjured up. Thank you for your time and your attention.
Beautiful wisdom. Thank you. And I'm going to ask, we can go into questions as well. But we do have a sharing from Doug. He mentioned on here, which is really beautiful while you're speaking, Yeye. So important to get the good message out from the, I hope I pronounce this correctly, Kagaba, older brothers to all the younger brothers. Also important to understand that Yeye was right on with the instruction to interpret all of that from the feminine perspective. It is the Earth Mother we must hear even more than the older brothers, but they are one of our best and most direct sources. So thank you so much for sharing that. One of the things I just put in the chat was really thinking about, as we're moving through this, circle and what's going on in the world, what is arising for you from what you've heard today? So this is a reflection question for our audience. What question or inspirations would you like to share? So again, I invite you to share any questions or sharings. You can use the chat. If you're joining us on YouTube, we do have Emily watching the YouTube channel or Facebook, so you can just put your questions or sharings on there as well. But it's really sweet. I want to share with both Jyoti and Yeye. We've got people joining us from all the 4 directions: the Florida Keys, Bend, Oregon, Ithaca, New York, Sarasota, Florida, Santa Rosa, California, Germany, the Great Smoky Mountains, We also have people from Pennsylvania, New Zealand, the Czech Republic, Riverton in New Zealand, Mulberry, Florida. So it's really beautiful that we've got people from all over the four directions raising the vibration and just sharing that. I want to bring Jyoti on for a moment. Oh, we have the Netherlands too. Can't forget about the Netherlands. I'm going to bring Jyoti on. When you were listening to what Yeye had to share, is there anything that came to your mind that you want to go deeper on?
Oh, wow. Well, Yeye always brings, she's such an oracle. And I deeply listen when she speaks because she's bringing something, a transmission to us all. And so I just want to bring an awareness to that so that everyone that's gathered in our circle today that's holding this prayer for world peace and unity and listening to Mother Earth, that's why we've all been called here, that we can allow that transmission to really enter ourselves, because then it really starts to activate codes within that bring a next level or wave of remembrance. It's that feminine that's birthing us all. It's that, for me, when I'm on my way to Colombia, I know that I'll be in some ceremonial works where the masculine and the feminine are dancing, where that masculine and feminine are dancing us into the new dawn with ancient old songs and ancient instruments. It's the mamas and the sagas that do this work together. It's the masculine and the feminine that is moving into a whole nother formation with one another in the dance of creation. And so I feel like that what Yaya has shared this morning is giving us some of the practical steps of how we're embodying it here and now, and staying awake and paying attention to the truth of things around us and that which is being stirred, that is the illusion falling down. So I'm really thankful because I think Yaya gave us some really practical steps as well as very spiritually oriented and grounded ones that can help us walk through the times well centered, and our love light shining bright.
I love that, our love light shining bright. We did have a sharing from Susan and Mark Bowers, and they share, I find that grounding each morning and being in gratitude, thanking the field of plenty at the start of the day is helpful. Those prayers get us through the day, not only in the world, the chaos is big as it is. In my own community and family, there is tragedy, suicide, accidental death, and family members estranged from one another. So today, this is helping myself and my husband to remember to love and support. We receive from you all that makes a difference. So thank you so much. We did have a question that was sent in to me, and I'll give it to either one of you that feel called to answer this. But many people can sense that something is changing, but they don't know what to do with that feeling. How can we tell the difference between fear of change and a genuine spiritual instruction to change? And I'll open it up for either one of you.
One of my elders, Ibai, who's an ancestor now, told me fear is a carpenter who builds coffins. He's a carpenter who could build a house, who could make a chair or a table, but he's putting his energy into building a coffin. Okay. In my book, Jambalaya, there's a section called the Transformation Rituals. And the first one is a 10-day ritual called the Fear Ritual. And it's a wonderful ritual, but it's very dangerous because you clarify what you are afraid of. And trust me, when you follow this process, the things that you are afraid of are going to come right here in your face. It's going to come right up to you, right? So that you can confront it and overcome it. It is followed by a courage ritual wherein you drink your courage. Okay. Now, if you decide to do the fear ritual, you need support. You need people who are going to check in on you. You need somebody that you can talk to honestly about what you're fearing right now, without negative judgment. And you'll find out what it is that you are afraid of that you need to deal with right now. Okay. The fear ritual is something that I do every few years because it seems like there's always something else that you can actually be afraid of. Right now, I have to grow my own food because I am clear that even when it says organic, it's probably poison. And I am very much afraid of that. The fear is justified, right? But what you cannot do is let it cause you to build coffins instead of houses, right? It takes time. I forget what chapter, I think it's in chapter 9 of my book, Jambalaya, but know that there is a way to identify, confront, and release the fears that are inhibiting you right now.
And as you're doing that, because that's a big work, but it's important work. I mean, what us grannies, my grandmother's sisters, and I are trying to share with you today is that we got to do the work. We're in it. It's like a big river that grabbed us and is taking us, so we can't change that. Evolution is marching and it's not personal. We can't change that, but we can remember and we can listen for these kind of instructions that will help give you the tools to help you work through the moment you're in with the river pulling us. And as you do that, like this practice that Yeye has given to you, at the same time, allow yourself to have your meditation practices where you sit down and your instruction from your inner being is telling you what you need to do today to work with the energy that will come. Starting that prayer early in the morning so that you start with gratitude. Gratitude opens a very different doorway. And as you do that work, then all of a sudden you discover in your practice of being in the present moment, you discover you're in your heart. And the heart has its own intelligence and it lights our way. So that needs to be the practice and a focus, as another part of you is doing the purification and cleansing and healing process. We can't do one or the other. We're asked now to really bring both together in a way that will bring healing to us and that which we carry. And consciousness is contagious. So when I'm more conscious, that goes into those around me and my loved ones, my family. It seeds that village I live in, and it honors the earth on which I'm standing. So that's what kind of bubbled up for me as you asked this question, Heather, that both of these things are occurring. And now we can have courage. We found our ways to lit circles, just like this one. There are many right now. So we're finding she's bringing us to those circles that will help us share and our transparency of the moment so we can talk real about it, so we can just get down to let's talk. And we can't fix it and we can't change it, but we can learn how to embrace it. I say, yeah, you got your hand up.
Yes, I just want to say to everybody that I have a healing to do in about 15 minutes, so I need to go and prepare. But I really want to thank you, the audience, the village, for trusting us, for putting your feelings and your questions forward, and for receiving the responses. May you all walk good, as we say, until we are together again. Heather, you're beautiful. Grandmother Joti, I love you all. Everybody, I will see
Love to
you
you.
next
Yeah, yeah.
time.
Have a
Okay.
blessed day today. Wonderful. And well, we got another question that came in, so I'm going to ask you, Jyoti. Um, this one, I think it was inspired when I was talking about the day on the Mayan calendar, and it says the serpent sheds its skin when that skin can no longer contain its growth. What old skin do you believe humanity is being asked to shed at this time?
We're shedding the skin of a 26,000-year cycle.
Mhm.
You know, the earth goes through 26,000-year cycles. So this isn't a new experience for her. She's had 6 extinctions before. This is her 6th extinction, 5 extinctions before. And there's many of us, I believe, that have assisted her in this turning moment every time. So we're here again when we put our skin on so we can be in service to her turning time again. So the skin that she's moving off of herself as she pushes into this next 26,000-year cycle, which will be centered and focused, they say, on heart. She's moving into her ascension is taking her into the heart. And the way some of my elders talked about it is these bottom chakras of her beingness, that her beingness is fully awakening. She hasn't fully evolved into her own authentic presentation of self. So these first 3 chakras, she and all of us were learning about our animal instincts of survival. That brings in a whole different set of spiritual law. And as we are evolving, now she's moving into her heart. And when we move into the heart, that's when our ascension process starts. Then we just keep ascending and ascending and ascending. So this is a time to celebrate, even though it's hard and challenging, it is for sure. But you all that have been called to listen and wake yourself to this moment will recognize the moment and are recognizing. That's why you're asking such really good questions. I hope that's one way of looking at the skin that's shedding.
I love that. I think we could spend a couple hours just on it and get different reflections from all the wisdom keepers from the Mother Earth delegation. It would be a good question for people to reflect on too and answer any of these questions that we've given to the wisdom keepers. I want to share some of the sharings and where people are joining us from in the chat. We have people joining us from the beautiful Seminole Nation over there from the villages in Florida, Ireland, New Jersey, aloha from Cape Canaveral, Florida as well, Occidental, California. Tara writes in here, I'd like to share that I've been receiving many messages from the birds and animals recently. Keeping your eyes and attention open, Mother Earth will guide you. Jane writes, so much gratitude for all your sharing wisdom. Ejna, Jean Fleury, a friend of my mom's, writes, greetings and love from Oakland, California. So thank you for joining us. Terry Hicks writes, much gratitude, Yaya and Jyoti, for the wonderful wisdom and tools for these times. Susan and Mark Bowers, I want to share that tomorrow there's a world prayer for Colombia called Colombia. We hold you Prayer Healing Action Sunday, and she put the link in there. So that's a beautiful thing. Again, from, let's see, we've got another sharing. I love the great master Jesus who said there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear. So thank you so much for all those beautiful sharings that we've been getting. And, you know, hopefully I can get to them all. We love hearing what you got, the wisdom that you guys have. And again, put any questions in here. Got another one I'm going to share. Different circles are so important to me in supporting my being. I've been going to drum circles for more than 10 years. I'll be going to one tonight. It's so important to make music and dance and sing, creating community while also acknowledging the intensity of what is happening with Mother Earth. So thank you so much. Now what we're going to do is we have a recording from my mother, grandmother, Flordemayo. I wanted to just kind of give a little introduction to this video. My mom was hoping to join us live. She is primary caretaker for my dad, so sometimes she has to go to appointments for herself or for my dad, but she created this video. Might have been about 6 weeks ago. She always talks about the day on the Mayan calendar. So again, no, this was pre-recorded. And she was given this vision that she's going to share with you guys about the times that we're in. So I am going to ask Emily to bring on my mom's message, Grandmother Flordemayo. Thank you so much, Emily.
Beloved Creator, beloved Beauty, beloved Mother, beloved Heart of the heavens and Heart of the earth. Today on our Mayan calendar is the day of Kan. It's Tukan. It is the energy of the celestial serpent, beloved Creator. On this sacred day, beloved Creator, when my ancestors, the Maya, were being introduced to the calendar, I'm speaking about 5,000 years ago, and they designated this day, Kan translates to the celestial serpent. And the energy of the celestial serpent, what it brought to the Maya was the teachings of mathematics. And so Kan is a sign of knowledge to humanity. And so I want to thank you, beloved Creator, for allowing me to awaken and to be able to absorb the beauty and the energy of the sacred dawn, to feel the beauty and the energy of the sacred sun, to be bathed in that energy, and to reflect on the moment, beloved Creator. On this sacred day, I want to thank the spirit of all of my ancestors of this beautiful sacred land in which we are in at this very moment. And I send out many, many prayers out into the universe, beloved Creator. Many, many prayers, and of course, much love and light. Beloved Beauty, in the name of all that is sacred, in the name of the great mystery, beloved Mother, Father, I thank you. Today, I'd like to share with everyone. Yesterday was the day of Kat, and Kat in the Maya Quiche language means the net. And the net translates to the obstacles of our everyday life, those things that set us back. And it is a period in which we go into ceremony and we release anything that is holding us back in our journey, whether our journey is a monastic journey or whether our journey is a journey of everyday mundane life. And so yesterday, I received a message from the invisible beings. And I had gone to visit my beloved friend, my brother, Master Ming Tong. And as I was leaving the gate, the voice of the invisible being said to me, Flordemayo, you are living in spiritual renaissance. And that's it. I have prayed to my beloved ones, those invisible beings that help me in my everyday life, that if they have something to tell me, that I want it to be said very simply. But then, of course, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not a scholar of arts. I haven't gone to the university to study art or anything. There's a few little things that I might know, but I'm thinking as I'm driving back home from Galisteo. And I thought, what exactly does Renaissance mean? Of course, I had already, when I received the previous vision 2 weeks ago of being in the period of the Renaissance, being in this room that was very dark, that was lit by perhaps maybe candle or oil lamps. And what I saw in the room was an easel with a canvas. And when I am in vision, I am able to see beyond the things that I'm perhaps experiencing. And so I heard from the invisible beings, Raphael, and then I looked over the easel and I saw the image of perhaps what the model might have looked at, like to the artist. And what I saw was kind of like 2 curtains, and the curtains were moving, and behind the curtains was this image of what I felt in my heart was the beloved mother. And the beloved mother had this beautiful, beautiful kind of like a red cloak, like a red dress. And as my vision was moving up to see the face, I got as far as the chin of the image. And I woke up and I thought, wow. And my first question was to ask our son, because, you know, art has been his life. He's 52 now. To ask him. And when he came down to visit us, I asked him, I said, you know, can I share a vision that I had last night? And of course he gets all excited and he's like, yeah, Mom, tell me about your vision. So I said, well, first I want to ask you if you can translate a word for me to clarify it in my mind what it means. And so I expressed to him the vision that I had. And so I said to him first, was Raphael a Renaissance artist? And he went into this elaborate, you know, translation of who Raphael was. And then my next question was, did Raphael do any paintings of the beloved mother? And my son said, oh God, Mom, he's done the most incredible, you know, paintings of Mother Mary, you know, as you would say, the image of a beloved mother. And I said to him, that's so sweet. I said, I have never seen any paintings of Raphael like that. So of course, my son said to me, can you describe how you saw the painting of the beloved mother? And I said to him, I didn't see a painting. I said, she was like the subject behind the easel, behind the canvas. I said, so I did not see the face, so I described to my son what I saw. And of course, I was talking to him about color, and I was talking to him about how her dress, her outfit was in this very deep red color. And my son could have so many names for the description of a color. I could fall into, how should I say, into just like a laughter, just thinking about how many words there could be for the different colors. Anyway, we had a very sweet conversation about that. And then I said to him, can you tell me exactly what does Renaissance mean? Well, as the artist that he is, he explained Renaissance, and he went on and on and on. And it was just like, it seemed to me like it was forever, because he had to mention everybody that was present and everybody, whether it was, you know, government rulers in charge of that period and different artists, you know, beyond Raphael that were in this period of Renaissance. It was just too much for me. So I said to him, it's okay. I think I'm understanding. So yesterday when I left the the beautiful, how should I say, sanctuary of Master Ming Tong, I, as I was, leaving the gate, and the spirit, the invisible voice said to me, gave me that message, and I'm driving home. I live on the same road, and so I'm going south. I'm driving home, and I'm saying to myself, "Wow, spiritual renaissance." And so I'm thinking, all of that in my heart that I can envision and that I could imagine. And I sent a message to Ming Tong, and I said to him, I received a message I'd like to share, with the group. And so, of course, he gave me the okay. But when I received the vision, as I had mentioned so many times, dreams and visions, I share them with each and every one in the four directions. And so, I continue with my thinking in the way that Spirit speaks to me. And what I mean by that is that when I received a message, it's not just for me. It's not my message. It's a message given from beyond. And so, because it's not mine, I want to share it with everyone. And so the message was given to me on the day of Kat, the day of the net, the day in which we release ourselves with conflicts that are in our lives. And so today, I'm sending this message out to everyone. And today is the day of the sacred Khan, our celestial serpent, who is the teacher of mathematics. And the Maya say that it was through the mathematics that they were able to do so much, whether it was temple building, everyday life, all of the above. And so it can get pretty heavy, all the teachings that the celestial serpent has given to the Maya. Of course, the calendar is about 5,000 years old. So I want to say to everyone, much love and light to you, as the way that the invisible beings have said to me. They have said to me, Flordemayo, humanity is made of love and light. So I live with that, and I share it, been sharing it for decades. Love and light to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to take a moment because I was realizing the synchronicity, because the days on the Mayan calendar, they go from the tone 1 to 13, and then the energy, or the day lord, there's 20 of them. So you can kind of think of them like 2 gear shifts. So when we recorded this, and my mom waits to share these visions and stuff like that, is how synchronicity that she happened to get it on a cot and share it on a con day. And here we are on 10 con gathered together. And I actually posted it yesterday on the cot day. And I, sometimes I don't pay attention. My mom will intuitively, she'll be like, post it today. So I think that's a great synchronicity. Also, another great thing that we want to share. So as many people know, my mom shares, and saves and preserves heirloom seeds. We have the Path, our nonprofit. But each year in November, we gather, and we're doing this annual event. So I want to take this opportunity, and I'm going to share this invitation and share a little video. And then we're going to go into our last sharing and Q&A, and then have Grandmother Jyoti close us off. So I want to invite you, Mom and I, to the Guardians of the Sacred, the second illumination, awakening the heart of humanity. It's going to be November 13th through the 15th in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We are doing it at the Hilton Buffalo Thunder at the Pewaukee Pueblo. This is where the first gathering of the 13 grandmothers, which was my mom's gathering, was part of. So the second illumination, awakening the heart of humanity. And one of the questions that Mom and I, when we were guided to do this again, is what if humanity's greatest challenges could be met through wisdom, prayer, ceremony, and relationship? So it's 3 extraordinary days that we're going to gather in community, share ancestral teachings, sacred stories, prophecy, ceremony, music, prayer, healing practices, and conversations. And what's most beautiful about this, we have so many people from the Mother Earth delegation joining us. And a little bit different than last year, we're also going to have some pre-recorded wisdom lessons and some elders that maybe can't join us in person sharing their voice with a pre-recorded message. So in the Mother Earth delegation, Jyoti Ma, Yeye, my mother, myself, our Maori grandmothers that are new delegates, grandmother Ayla Paul, Taiha, her sister Hato, also coming into the delegation, Master Ming Tong, Adam Shield of the Feather, as well as Valeria Lucatero, myself, but we have wisdom keepers from all over. Oh, Elin Tilius are the beautiful songstress from up there in the great North Country, overseas in Sweden. So we have Uncle that's going to join us on live stream. So we invite you. I'm going to share the links with you guys, but you can find out more. You just email me. I'll make sure I put my email as well. And also we'll be sharing information on the Mother Earth Delegation Facebook page and through mailing lists. So Emily, could you share our little video for Guardians of the Sacred? I hope you'll join us because it really is a prayer for humanity. And it really is something that really is means a lot to myself and my mom that we do these annual events. It'll be both in person and live stream. So thank you so much. If you could play that video.
We move through a world disconnected, but within us lies an ancient rhythm, a profound memory of wholeness. This gathering is a call to remember, a call to heal, and a call to protect the sacred. Join Indigenous grandmothers, elders, and wisdom keepers from around the world to share sacred teachings that reconnect us to the land, the elements, and ancestral traditions. We honor the sacredness of traditional knowledge, ancestral ways as guides for healing and resilience. We honor the power of ceremony and ritual, creating alignment with the earth and our ancestors. We uplift the sacred seeds of the future, the seed keepers and land stewards who protect biodiversity, food sovereignty, and the spirit of plants. This wisdom is essential for the healing of Mother Earth. This vision is guided by the heart of the Golden Child, a symbol of humanity's highest potential, received by grandmother Flordemayo in 2010. Her words remind us, when we reach that place of spirituality, we transform into this golden being. This gathering is our chance to walk in reverence, reciprocity, and respect for all life. Join the call to remember. Reserve your spot today. The time to heal is now.
Thank you, Emily. And we had one more question, Jyoti, that I wanted to ask you. It comes from Rita, and she says, while I see a lot of encouraging nature-based projects taking place near and far, I see little change in honesty in relations, especially within institutions. Is honesty not surely at the core of a changed world?
I want to hear your wisdom on it first.
Well, when I think what's happening now, and I kind of Mom and I have been talking about this and the energy of the year and that spiritual renaissance. And I think what we're really experiencing is this kind of this darkness, and we're going to come into this illumination. And I really believe that at the core of that, a lot of people trying to make the change and raise the vibration, there is this core of authenticity, honesty. But what is happening though is it almost seems like I was talking to mom that sometimes when you're trying to raise the vibration in times of darkness, it almost seems like there's roadblocks or there's hurdles or there's this negativity or authentic people or a barrage of negativity. So you really have to make sure that you don't let it into your own circle, into your own energy, and that you really just kind of, my mom would say, like you put it in the net, to get rid of. Or imagine yourself surrounded by she called the tahash or the obsidian, where you're deflecting that bad energy, or somebody that is not walking in truth or not in honesty, and really be mindful, to protect yourself.
Well, it reminds me because I was at Sundance this year with grandmother Loretta, Freda Bear Cook, and her husband Tom, and Milo and Randy, and an uncle came. It was quite an all nations kind of moment with Sundance, and the ceremony always informs us. Sundance, it happens once a year like that. That's not only for those that are dancing, but they're dancing for all of us, and they're dancing for this Mother Earth. And so when the tree got put up this year, its limbs at the very top made this heart. Can't make them with my arms, but it was a big, huge heart at the very top of the tree. And when you looked at the tree from the west door, you would see that heart. And it was that way through all 4 days. And the elders said, this is telling us that this is the year to practice compassion. And that as I'm getting ready to share, I'm just going to keep rolling right into my share, if that's okay with you. But because for me, that statement alone already is beginning, the earth is instructing us with what we need to do right now and how we can hold this in a way that allows all these diverse and diverse energies and paradoxes and to be held with that, because it's a moment of holding the paradox, the ultimate paradox. It's in that moment that Jung says that as we're holding as close as we can, and some part of us may want to run away or drop away, and we might. This is part of the maturation process of your soul preparing to move into its next step of authenticity. So as we hold, this friction arises and heat arises that begins to put this symbol, your soul is imprinting its symbol of the next part of your own evolution, of the next part of the expression of who you are in your full presence. So you hold that, and you can get caught in the shaking of it, which is some of what we've been addressing today. Or you can really keep your focus on that which is right in the center. And when it's ready, then boom, all of a sudden you move and you've stepped into a place you may have not have even thought of before. It was beyond your understanding. It was your soul's knowing that took us there. And so that's how it works individually for us. And right now we're doing this together globally for this Mother Earth as she's ascending, bringing us into the heart chamber, into our own hearts, and into the first time when we will declare ourselves and actualize ourselves as human beings. For the first time, our beingness will become available to us. So as we're shedding that skin we talked about for the 26,000 year cycle, everything's interconnected. There's an interrelational form that's revealing itself, because as this skin falls down from the earth herself, then it falls down on all of this, her creation, and it begins to shed its skin, and we're part of that creation. And so we're shedding our skin. We're letting go of what all the lessons, all the karma, all the teachings, all the understanding that we got during that 26,000 year cycle. What the mamos say in their prophecy as they carry the eagle condor prophecy, they say that ending will fall into the beginning in 2026. And so this is it. This is the ending as they told us many, many, many years ago. This would be what would be happening when it would be happening. That's the earth giving us instruction through them, through her prophecy. That's her instruction. Prophecy is her instruction. And so at the same time, they said that it was important to watch the ending as it fell down, so we stayed informed, but to stay focused on that which was breaking through. And that which was breaking through would be carried by those individuals, those organizations, those movements, those initiatives that were embodying the original principles, her original principles of life. And as we embody that, it returns us to an original way of life where Mother Earth is first, our original people are her original caretakers, and then we come behind that and we all line up. Again, we restore an alignment that allows our own heartbeat to sync itself in that alignment with Mother Earth's heartbeat. That's the way the elders have shown it to me. And so right now, what we've been talking about through this time with you today is all the multitude of layers that we are caught in, that we're receiving, that we're being inspired in, that we are in a death and rebirth process at the same time. I think it's important to recognize grief is amongst us. We may not even know what that means for us. Maybe because it's hitting us in a very personal way, just like with our Margine going to the ancestral realm. There are many going right now because everybody's got a role in this, and she's moving us into those places, those seats that will allow the role we hold to be as profound and empowered as possible. So when 2013, when they called us to go down into Colombia and they told us, now you're about to enter, the prophecy told us, now you're about to enter 13-year great cleanse. Now, when you look back at that, you can see the great cleanse and where it's taken us. So we were prepared for the shedding in 2026. So all these years as I've walked with these elders, this blessing Creator gave me, the Great Mother gave me to walk in this way and to remember in our community that walked in this way as we began to remember those original protocols, those mother law of nature, that's where we're returning back to. And that she's right now in this moment, she's activating her bridges, those beings that are going to be bridges. While they got one foot in the Western world, they've embodied those original principles and they've got their foot in that nature world, and they're providing a way of helping others across the bridge and into a different level of understanding of self. What an amazing moment we're in. So I just want to take a moment, like I did when I sat behind water in Native American church and teepee, and just really honor the pearls that have been brought to all of us today and help us remember and help us see how we're weaving things and how significant every single one here is in the story that she's in a making moment. She's in a making moment right now. It takes a lot of humility to enter such states. So I just want to put more of that feeling into my prayer with you all today as I sit here on the sacred land of the Pomo and the Costa Miwok peoples. I raise myself in prayer to you, Mother, Father, God, and that grandmother, that breathed and dreamed this creation and is still dreaming it today. I sit at your feet and I say, thank you. Thank you for this moment of life and allowing us to be more present in the moment of life. We're in this moment, Creator, like when I was in Sedona at this gathering of the elders there, the elders began to speak out so profoundly about the moment we were in. They could hear the Mother Earth say, stand up now. And the next place that the instruction came was that we were sitting at this precipice and we needed to jump off into the unknown. Before we could go there, we had to lay down all our weapons. We had to lay down our weapons of war. We had to lay down those ways we have weaponized our feelings towards ourselves or others. We had to lay down the way we've weaponized our mind towards self or others. Time to lay down our weapons, she said to us. So you may take this step through this door and enter a state of forgiveness, a consciousness of forgiveness. This consciousness will move through your system, through your cells, through your very being, through all that you love and touch and hold. This consciousness of forgiveness, so compassion can flow. The heart can open and light our way. That was such a profound teaching at that moment, and I'm seeing it unfold here through all this dialogue we've had today. Thankful for the ones that have come to gather with us in the circle, for their inspiration, for their questions, for their dreams, for their vision, for their courage to be who they are. I'm asking you to give us strength and resilience to hold the present moment, to stay in the heart and let love light our way. This is a year to practice compassion because there are many waking, but they wake at different times and in different ways. We are so diverse in this creation. Let us have patience and stay focused on what is unfolding so we can be present with ourselves and that which is unfolding around us. So we might remember once again how interrelated we all are. The web of life connects us all. This new dawn that is prophesied, that is already here amongst us, is opening in us stronger and stronger, helping us push into that next level of light and consciousness and presence, and allowing us at the same time to let all else fall, to go back into the soil of humanity for its growth and well-being in its next maturation. This is a time of manifestation. So help us stay vigilant with our minds and those parts of ourselves that are still waking. Help us keep our witness of self awake so we can see those moments when those pieces get activated, and we can simply, with compassion and love, touch our heart and bring us back to the present moment without a need to judge it or fix it or change it, just to recognize that we're still waking and our heart is our present moment. Our heart is the new dawn walking. Thank you, Creator, for these 4 elements that we've been talking about. For the Mother told us, I must go now into my bigger movements. Please listen to me. I will do all I can to do this in a way that will allow this human species to move with me into this new dawn. Listen carefully. Stay mindful. Stay present. Stay aware. Stay kind. Stay generous. You've given us so much, Creator, and you constantly flow your abundance to us and through us and around us. It makes us buoyant in this river of life that is moving. You told me some time ago, evolution isn't personal, though it will feel that way, you said. We are ready, and we are listening, Creator. And I am thankful for my elders that have brought their wisdom from the ancestral realm, from the original days of life, that are standing with us here now as we all declare the thread that you have curated in us at this world table. I am thankful that all are bringing their threads to the world table. And I am thankful our original caretakers are there with the wisdom and the guidance of this Mother Earth to show us how to weave this tapestry of a new dawn where all life is sacred. Thank you, Creator, for this day and all that you are pouring into it. Thank you for life. Thank you for the sacredness of life and for waking us in it. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give great, great thanks.
Thank you, Jyoti. And before we get to our next video, which really just moves me, it's going to be One Love. It's written by Bob Marley, performed by Playing for Change. But I just wanted to speak for a couple seconds about how much Bob Marley means to me, and especially this song. For myself, he's more than an artist. His music has been a companion through my life. Anyone that knows me has driven in my car, come to events that I do, I always have Bob Marley in the background. My oldest daughter, I named Kaya after a song. I almost named my Brinny Marley and my son Zion. There seems to be a Bob Marley song for almost every season: joy, grief, love, resistance, family, celebration. And perhaps no song expresses that more beautifully than One Love. And it reminds me that One Love is not simply about everyone getting along, that it's carrying this deeper invitation to remember that beneath our differences, we belong to one human family. It asks us to look beyond the things that divide us: race, religion, nationality, politics, wealth, status, even the wounds that we carry, and remember the sacred thread connecting one heart to another. To me, One Love means recognizing that what happens to one of us ultimately touches all of us. When Hawaii is hurting, we pray for Hawaii. When a sister like Margine leaves the earth, we hold one another closer. When Mother Earth moves through fire, water, wind, or transformation, we listen together. When someone in our human family suffers, we do not run away and say that it is their problem. We remember that we are all related. And One Love does not, to me, mean, that we all have to be the same. It does not erase our cultures, our traditions, our histories, our individual paths. Quite the opposite. One Love says that our differences can live inside something larger. Many nations, many languages, many prayers, many colors, many traditions, many ways of understanding Creator, and still one human family, one Mother Earth, one sacred web of life that feels especially important during these times. We hear so much about awakening, prophecy, transformation, and humanity entering a new time. Perhaps spiritual awakening is not something mysterious at all. Perhaps awakening begins when we finally understand your life matters to me, your children matter to me, your water matters to me, your land matters to me, your suffering matters to me, and your joy matters to me, because ultimately there is no them, there is us. And Bob Marley gave us the world extraordinary music, but he also continually called people together. Unity, dignity, peace, justice, and love. And decades after his passing, people from every corner of the earth still sing these songs. So I ask you to join us for our last video and song before we go into closing. One Love, probably my favorite song ever by Bob Marley, performed by Playing for Change. So thank you.
is grown bitter. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. We got one love, one love, one heart, one heart. So let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
Mm, wonderful. Thank you so much. I do want to have a couple announcements, and I'll share a closing prayer. Again, our Mother Earth Delegation membership program continues to grow. So this month, we're going to have Grandmother Jyoti Ma. So I encourage you, we're going to put the link in the chat. Participants will have the opportunity to join the ongoing Mother Earth Delegation membership or register for an individual teaching, or gathering. And then again, invitation to join us in November for Guardians of the Sacred, the Second Illumination, Awakening the Heart of Humanity, November 13th through the 15th, 2026. Please make sure to follow the Mother Earth Delegation on Facebook, YouTube, and join the mailing list. And I wanted to share a closing prayer and thank everyone. If you want to put in the chat one word that you want to share with the 4 directions or take from today's teachings, please go ahead and type that in the chat. We'd love to hear what is inspiring you. What one word comes to your mind?
And Heather, I
Yes.
just want one word of thank you.
Oh,
I
what
want
is
to
your
thank
word for
my
what
word
word are
is
you going to
thank
take?
you. Thank you. And I'm also thankful for the patience of everyone that gathers with us, because right now all of our elders are working long hours and are on their ponies traveling and holding gatherings and ceremonies. And this message and our relationship with all of you is really, really important. So be patient with us as we, things hit us too, like with some of our grandmas that couldn't come because of health issues today, other things like that. But it is our commitment to show up and have this fire going as strong and bright, and you coming and lighting it with us will help us hold the anchor of the presence of our moment together. So thank you, Heather, for being who you are and the beautiful way you weave.
Oh, and I want to give gratitude to behind the scenes, because I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of time and the people behind the scene. Emily, the Mother Earth Delegation
I know.
assistant, Tara, and there's many people working behind the scenes, seems, to make this all come into the 4 directions. It looks very seamless when it's presented, but behind the scenes, there are those testing sessions, checking links, making sure. So always, your patience and gratitude and grace is appreciated. And with that closing prayer, Creator, heart of the heaven and heart of the earth, as we bring this circle to close, we give thanks. We give thanks for the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the wisdom keepers, the ancestors, and all those who continue to carry teachings for the healing of humanity and Mother Earth. We give thanks for every person who has joined us today, for every prayer spoken, every story shared, every tear, every smile, every moment of remembrance. We hold in our hearts our dear sister Margine, with gratitude for more than 30 years of friendship, service, devotion, and love. May her spirit continue to travel in beauty, and may all that she helped hold continue to live through this circle. We send our prayers to the Hawaii Islands and all of Hawaii, to the families preparing for the storm, to the kapuna, the children, the native Hawaiian communities, those living remotely, and all who are protecting one another. May the winds soften, may the rains bring blessings and not destruction. May the waters move with mercy, may every person find safety and shelter. May the land, the animal, the homes, and the sacred places be protected. Today, under the teachings of Tenkan, may we remember that life is always evolving. Teach us to shed what no longer serves life while remaining deeply rooted in what is sacred. Help us gather our energy from the places where we've scattered it and return to love, service, compassion, and right relationship. As we close with the spirit of one love, remind us that love is more than a beautiful idea. May one love become the way we live. May it present in the way we speak to one another. May it guide how we care for our families and communities. May it shape the way we treat those who are different from us. May it be reflected on how we protect the waters, the forests, the seeds, the animals, and the earth beneath our feet. May we remember that there is no place on this earth so distant that his suffering does not concern us. There is no child who does not belong to the future we are creating. There is no prayer for peace that does not eventually ask something of the person praying for it. So, Creator, when we leave this circle today, help us carry the prayer into action. Where there is fear, may we bring courage. Where there is division, may we bring a bridge. Where there is grief, may we offer tenderness. Where someone has been forgotten, may we remember them. Where Mother Earth is calling, may we listen. And where love is needed, may we have the courage to be the ones who bring it. May we become good ancestors, and may the generations yet to come know that during these challenging times and changing times, there were people who chose to stand together, people who prayed together, people who cared for the earth, people who refused to give up one another. May they know that we chose love, one earth, one human family, many nations, many traditions, many languages, many beautiful ways of praying, and still one sacred circle of life. One love, one heart, one prayer for Mother Earth and all her children. May we walk from this circle in gratitude. May we walk gently. May we walk courageously. May we walk together. And wherever our feet touch the earth, may we plant seeds of peace. With gratitude, may it be so. Thank you so much for joining us. Jyoti, I love you. Mom in the ethers, yay, all the Mother Earth delegation, Emily and Tara, of course, thank you. And everyone who joined us live, everyone on Facebook, everyone on YouTube. And make sure to join Grandmother Jyoti Ma on the membership program for August Mother Earth delegation. Join those mailing lists, and we look forward to seeing you next month. Many blessings. Any final words, Jyoti?
I think you've said it all. I want to get behind every word and say blessings through you and to you.
Perfect. Blessings to everyone.